We have to talk about the SEC case, guys, with Ripple and Swell as well. Guys, there's so many different things happening. First things first, Ripple is intertwined with the traditional financial system. Why? BIS IMF Federal Reserve Board, another member of Ripple operating in the shadows. Think about it, right? It was decreed 3 years ago. Notice that all the major players have taken up important positions in the same year the SEC filed its lawsuit, right? It has been decided a long time ago, because we have here Jess Chang, senior counsel at Federal Reserve Board, former Ripple IMF, experienced senior counsel, Federal Reserve Board, January 2020. It seems like she was at the Fed till November of 2022. Right now she moved on, but to say the least, she did work at these different places, guys, which is crazy, right? Maybe her work is completed, as well as the IMF, guys, and Ripple as well. So she first worked in at Ripple, then moved to the IMF, then to the Federal Reserve Board, guys. Wait, what? Right? This is crazy. Ripple got its minions everywhere, guys, right? They already infiltrated into the traditional financial system. That's what Brad Garlinghouse said, guys, right? We can't go against them. We have to literally join their team and then change the system from within, right? And she says, really great to have been part of the IMF team that contributed to this landmark G7 report on stable coins. Interesting talk about stable coins, right? The IMF as well. Jess Chang is senior counsel at the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. Previously, she was deputy general counsel at Ripple, right? Can't make that stuff up, guys. Wow, an incredible experience being part of the International Monetary Fund's flagship Law and Financial Stability seminar, both as a speaker, experiences from Ripple and XRP, and payments background from Federal Reserve Bank of New York, guys. Crazy, right? Ripple literally has its minions everywhere, it seems like. That's actually mind-boggling, guys. Not to mention, check this out, okay? It seems like they all know about Ripple and XRP. Why? Business Wire, a Berkshire Hathaway company, right? Now, they talk about, quote, Ripple serves hundreds of customers over 55 countries and on 6 continents with payout capabilities in 70 plus markets. The new Ripple payment solution is now available in the United States, more regions to come in 2024 based on jurisdiction, end quote. Okay, but remember, what is this? Berkshire Hathaway, right? Berkshire Hathaway, as we see right here, guys, who's the CEO? It's Warren Buffett, right? Now, Warren Buffett holds literally a record of $157.2 billion, guys, right? Most of it in treasury bills. So let's think about it. This is Warren Buffett's cash position over time, as we can see right here, right? It's ballooning, guys, hoarding more cash, right, as time goes on. Now, let us ask ourselves, now this is very important, deciding with Ripple in just a second and the new financial system. Let us ask ourselves, why is Warren Buffett holding this much cash, guys? $157 billion at this current time, right? Look where it went from, guys. When we see the drops, he wasn't holding cash anymore, right? Probably investing into different markets. Then he started to leave those markets, guys, and start hoarding cash, as we can see right here. But why? He's waiting for, in my humble opinion, a market collapse. That's why. A catastrophic event. Why? It's because of this. Ripple mentions about Rocket Fuel in the article today. Rocket Fuel CEO, right? So Rocket Fuel is literally mentioned here, guys, as we can see right within this article, which it was tweeted out yesterday or 2 days ago, guys. Now check this out. So basically, the CEO of Rocket Fuel stated, with blockchain and crypto, you could cut out the middlemen. There is going to be big change in the financial industry. There will be winners and losers. Wow. So this is why Warren Buffett holds this amount of cash, guys, right? He's waiting for the change to occur. And we're about to explain it right after this. Listen.
How does this kind of technology add new efficiency to the time and age where we need things done quickly? Yeah, it's just like when we rolled out the internet. The internet was just a technology that allows us to do a lot of things much cheaper and better. And now that we look back at it, we can see, wow, it did actually increase our productivity in many different areas. And the same thing is happening with blockchain technology and crypto technologies. It's faster, it's more secure, it's more efficient. You cut out the intermediaries. You can see how, for example, Lyft and Uber, again, they use technology to make an existing business process much more efficient. And the same thing is happening here. There'll be a lot of change in the financial industry, and there's going to be winners and losers.
He's basically saying it's going to change the banking industry, right? The current financial system, as we speak, guys, with the traditional financial system, they're all going to change, right? It's all going to change, as we can see. So this is why Warren Buffett probably holds a large amount of cash in case, or not in case, he knows what's upcoming, guys, obviously, right? It's a change. When the collapse occurs, he's probably going to buy everything up. That's what always happens. The wealthy buys when everything's cheap, when everyone is goes broke, right? And the Internet of Value, based on blockchain rails, Internet of Value means tokenizing and representing anything of value, moving that value instantly, inexpensively, transparently, and reliably, improving access to financial services globally. Can't make that stuff up, guys. Do we see where the world's heading towards? Not to mention, Ripple literally says it themselves. So now let us transition into Swell, and then towards the end of the video, we have to talk about the case as well. So first things first, day one was fire at Ripple Swell. Amazing energy, inspiring talks, and unforgettable moments ready to kick off day two, as we can see right here. Right, this already happened. But let us watch this video. Right. Looks beautiful to say the least, guys. Remember, all these people are from all different parts of the world, right? And from different companies, institutions, industries, right? All in one room, talking about the new financial system. Look at this. Blockchain is the future. Tokenization is the future, right? It's a question of how we'll get there and what speed we do that, guys. Interesting. They're all talking about what? The future, future, future. Listen to this as well. This is crazy, guys. I can't believe it, right? People think we're just making stuff up. No, we're not. Listen to this.
We know for a fact Dubai is embracing these new technologies. They are creating an environment that's conducive to innovation. It would be irresponsible for the bank not to learn these technologies and adapt to stay relevant.
There we go. They have to adapt and stay relevant, guys. If they don't, they're going to die, as Christine Lagarde said. Exactly. Beautifully confirmed by Ripple. Not to mention, they tweeted this out, guys. They could have chose not to, but they chose to, right?
Now hearing from the regulators here in Dubai, it also sets an example. So this is very inspiring to the regulators from the Philippines. It will definitely inspire our own regulators to do the same thing.
Come on, guys. So, and then they talk a lot more things here. Right? There's definitely increasing demand to pay in crypto. Wow. Right. Mobile money and digital payments in Africa is instant native. The whole world needs to join in, guys. Right? No one can be left out or it wouldn't work. Now, and that's a wrap from Swell. I'd like to thank Ripple for the opportunity. As we see, Brad Garlinghouse speaks. Then we're going to talk about the update of the case after this. Let's listen.
What's going on in digital assets? And certainly what has happened here in Dubai, I think, has been really remarkable. And it is not unique to only Dubai, but certainly one of the handful of countries where we're seeing very progressive, constructive engagement from regulators, creating frameworks so that you actually have clear rules of the road from a regulatory point of view. And that invites capitalism. That invites entrepreneurs.
That's why they're at Dubai, guys, right? They went to Toronto, Dubai, New York. But listen to this, okay? This is why they're at Dubai. Because Gary is trying to fight off. I don't know what Gary's trying to do, but there seems to be a bigger agenda to all of this. Listen.
That invites investment, and I think Dubai is truly it has the opportunity to truly be one of the crypto capitals of the world. And so we decided to have it here in Dubai to kind of express both our gratitude and engage in this community.
And the Dubai HQ is now open for business. XRP is operating and licensed in the DIFC, so some big regulatory steps forward here for you. What do you see as the runway in the region when it comes to adoption moving forward? What's the opportunity and what's the potential?
Yeah. Look, I think this is a really important question because I think for all of us, and as you've heard over the last couple of days, crypto, for it to be successful in the long term in a very macro sense, it can't just be about speculative interest. There is plenty of speculative uses in traditional fiat currencies.
Can't make that stuff up. He's literally right here talking about utility needs to be set in place, guys. If there's no utility, it's game over, right? We need to solve real world problems. That's what he's saying right here. Again, run away from maybe speculative assets, guys, in the crypto sphere, right? Maybe this will be the last time these speculative assets like meme coins and S coins will run to the upside. But when that collapse happens, say goodbye to them. Probably not financial advice, but that's when maybe utility shines afterwards in that what's new financial system. Not financial advice, not financial advice.
Other commodities. I truly believe, both for what's going on in the XRP ecosystem, companies like Ripple need to demonstrate there is real utility in solving real-world problems. And that's happening even here in Dubai, a company called Sologenic doing interesting things on XRPL. So it's not just around payments, it's not just around what Ripple's doing. But I think for the whole industry to achieve where we think it needs to go, you have to have the combination of the regulators engaging and creating that constructive framework that you can build around, with entrepreneurs building the utility. And look, I think it's such an amazing time to be alive, to be working on blockchain technologies, because there's so many different ways. I truly believe that they're going to rewire how transactions happen. And I'm not just up here talking about what Ripple is doing. I'm talking about blockchain at large. And it's going to touch many different industries in many different ways. For Ripple, and you told me maybe the first time you and I met years ago, that Ripple would be in a position of doing billions of dollars of transactions. We made a ton of progress. We also have a long way to go, and that's the exciting thing for doing events like this and having customers and having other entrepreneurs up talking about what's going on.
Probably lots of capital.
The new financial system has been confirmed, literally, right? Then we have to talk about, oh, and not to mention, guys, people are saying it was a nothing burger, guys. I don't know why people keep saying that, right? A lot of things happened during Ripple Swell. Not to mention, I don't know, guys, but I wasn't there, right? But just from looking at the tweets and everything, a lot has happened, right? Different partnerships, more talks about different things, guys, right? And obviously this is heading towards, yes, it may have not affected XRP's price, but this is maybe heading towards that new system. Maybe then things will change. Who knows, though? We have to talk about the SEC and their and the update that was due today. So Ripple versus SEC. The parties have submitted to Judge Torres a proposed schedule regarding remedies, discovery, and briefing, right? So people are talking about no settlements here and whatnot, guys. But if you go down here from Freddie Riz, the parties even agreed on some things. I continue to believe this case is closer to resolution than the SEC is projecting. Right, so no settlement, saw that one coming. So what could this mean? This discovery time during remedies phase will pinpoint exactly what the SEC feels they are owed in regards to the penalties of Ripple securities offerings in Section 5 violation, right? If after months the parties cannot agree, they will turn to Judge Torres. Wow. Right, so there may still be some time, guys. Exactly, right. They want to drag it out as for as long as possible. Remember, why though? I have this feeling they're going to time it perfectly with either the end of the bull run or maybe perhaps after the collapse or during its, guys, right? Somewhere around there, I don't know though. They had to submit a schedule. Settlement could still happen. Right? Why do people think this has anything to do with the price of XRP? Right? This news is speculative. Real price action comes with institutional volume incoming. Exactly. Right? So let us not be fearful here. Attorney Jeremy comes out. This will be interesting as nothing less is at stake than the sovereign rights of foreign countries. The United States Supreme Court says that Ripple sales must have been in the United States or at least on a United States exchange. How is the SEC experts going to get around that? Wow. So it talks about the Supreme Court here. Fascinating, guys, right? And now the SEC stumbled though, right? What will the SEC do? Because supposedly it needs to be in the United States, but obviously XRP is traded in all different currency, all other exchanges and all that stuff, guys, right? Outside the United States as well. So very fascinating indeed. Now, look at what Brad Garlinghouse says about the Supreme Court. Listen to this.
Say, okay, we think this one's clear. Like the government should not be picking winners and losers.
So as we talk about this litigation, do you think if there is an appeal in your case or in one of the other cases we've talked about, that ultimately this ends up with the Supreme Court, that this goes all the way to the top?
I think that definitely could happen. I mean, certainly, and we've said...
Interesting, that definitely could happen, right? Again, maybe something's brewing, guys. Again, maybe they're waiting for the collapse. I don't know.
This publicly, we are in it till the end.
So you'd take it to SCOTUS?
100%. By the way, again, there's a lot of lawyers in this room. That is a good thing. I mean, the current Supreme Court, we'd love to see the Vegas odds on how that would go.
They haven't been super friendly to regulators.
I think is what you're friendly to regulators. No. Okay.
Oh wow. Right. So Brad Garlinghouse is definitely confident here if it were to go there, guys. Right. So I don't know. The SEC is definitely afraid at this point in time. again, guys, things are accelerating. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. It seems like we'll be on the right side of law, progress, and history, as Brad Garlinghouse says. Not financial advice. Things are moving though. But anyways, that's all for you guys. See ya.